welcome to Up and About. I'm your host, Enyola Leonge. On the show, we actively pursue the prosperity and development of the African continent. The show is positioned as a transgenerational show. This means that we'll be speaking with business leaders across varying industries and also varying level of experiences in order to leverage on the wealth of knowledge and experience that they have gathered over the years. On this episode, this is the one on the fitness industry. So you know how health is such a fad these days, and more than just a fad, it's actually a real thing that you need, and it's something that is very necessary to your well-being as a human being. And so if you are not even looking to start a fitness business, or you're just looking to get into the fitness industry as a customer, then you should definitely be watching this episode. All right, so I'm going to introduce our guests now. So our first guest for today is Olanrewaju Diali.
Olanrewaju Diali is the head fitness trainer at the Total Workout, which she founded in 2019. She studied music at the Society for Performing Arts Nigeria. Her passion for humanity reflects in her music and was what led her to become a fitness coach after a little struggle with weight herself. Now a professional musician and fitness trainer, she hopes to keep creating music for the soul and curating fitness plans to keep the body healthy and whole.
So our second guest is Daniel Bassey.
Daniel Bassey Etim is a fitness trainer and a professional bootcamp instructor with Fit Nigeria. Before venturing into the fitness industry, he worked as a teacher for 7 years. He is the CEO of Private Security Services, a security agency in Lagos State. He's also the owner of B-Dan Fitness.
All right, so what can we expect from this episode?
You will definitely be hearing about structure on this episode, how to put structure to your fitness business, the opportunities that are available in the industry, and what exactly or why it is important to be healthy as a consumer or as a customer. All right, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break.
There are people that actually know these things. There are people that have taken international courses also. But then I don't know if there's the lack of willingness to share. There's a lack of willingness to have proteges in the industry. People that you can say, oh yeah, that's a sister company.
Exactly.
That's something that we don't have.
Did you know? 1. The largest muscle in your body is the gluteus maximus muscle. 2. When you lose weight, fat leaves your body via your breath. 3. 25% of your bones are located in your feet. Each foot contains 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, ligaments, and tendons. 4. Physical activity encourages brain activity. 5. On average, a person walks 70,000 miles in their lifetime. Now you know.
Welcome back. This is still Up and About, your number one premium lifestyle talk show on everything entrepreneurship. On set with me today, we have Olanrewaju Diali as well as Daniel Bassey to walk us through the fitness industry. So to just really start and kick off the conversation, what got you into fitness, or what got you interested in fitness?
It was me actually. So at some point in my life,
I love it. It was me.
it was me. Yeah. At some point in my life, I was quite overweight. I was actually overweight now.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I was
Send us some
a
pictures.
solid size 14. I deleted all those pictures. You may find some on Facebook. Yeah, hopefully. But that was it. So I started training, and I just got in. I did it intensely for 3 months. Then I started helping people just around the gym, and became like a gym help. And then from there, I just decided.
So what about you, Daniel? What got you into the fitness industry?
What got me into the fitness industry? I've had a passion on making a change in people. Definitely. Just randomly seeing it, that person and loving to change the person. So with that, I got so carried out in just this transformation of people from like say size 16 to size 12, or from being an obese to a slender person. So with that, I said, look, if I have this passion on transforming people, then I should go into it and make that work.
Gonna talk. So what would you
Yeah,
say
okay.
is your unique selling point, or what would you say is your differentiation as a fitness trainer? Why should customers or clients choose you over any other person in the industry?
Well, one thing I would say is it's my style, brand. Example of my style, like my clothing, the way I dress, the way I interact with clients. So that makes me stand out and than other trainers out there. So my own brand is definitely going to be different from the way other person is going to brand themselves. Like for example, at this work, I put on a durag, not because I love durag, but because I just want to make a unique dressing out of that durag. So with that, I think clients see okay, this person style, this brand, okay, it's different from the ones I'm saying. And also the way interact with clients, I relate with them is different. So I am not the kind of trainer that I will train you and that's all. I train you and I get to know you better. I get to okay, what's actually the problem you're passing through. I'm kind of person that will want to even go with you to your home, okay? Because I really love to know my clients in total. I don't know just what of that. So I really want I love to know my clients in total. So I go to the extent of knowing them, and so that's actually makes me stand out from other trainers out there.
Wonderful. Larry, what about you?
Uh, what makes me stand out? I would say that kind of like a few things he mentioned, but I think the intentionality with my clients. I don't take on too many clients at once. I mean, that's changing now, but I usually don't take on too many clients at once. And even though I have trainers now, I make sure that my trainers don't take on too many clients at once, because it's not just about helping people get to a particular point. I like to train people in a way that I usually don't train people for more than 6 months. I tell them it has to be 6 months. And after that time, I expect that you're able to handle yourself, on your own. You can go to the gym on your own. You can do things on your own. You have an idea of what to eat and what not to eat. So I think my style is, and I was telling you earlier, is 6 months is the maximum. Doesn't mean you can't call me. Doesn't mean you can't reach out to me after that time. But then 6 months, I expect that you will, over the 6 months, you will have built like a routine. You should be able to remain committed after 6 months. Otherwise, we weren't really doing anything for 6 months. We've just been wasting time, and I don't like to waste time. So,
Wonderful,
yeah.
wonderful. So now I would like to ask both of you actually, what certifications are required in order to call yourself fitness trainer? Because I think a lot of people out in the industry or in the business do not have the necessary qualifications to be fitness trainers, but they tout themselves to be, or they represent themselves to be fitness trainers. So are there any specific certifications that somebody who wants to start a fitness industry, no, a fitness business should, take?
Okay. So there are certifications, but there is no particular certification to have. So in America, they have different ones. They have the ACE. There's this other one. But I took the ACE course, and I did some other ones. And with them, it's just so many fitness certifications. But for a fitness trainer, they tell you that although it's not mandatory for you to have a fitness certification, nobody's going to sue you if you don't have. Nobody's going to stop you from starting a business if you don't have. But it's good to have these certifications because you could get into trouble. If you train a client and something happens to them, maybe you wrong exercises, wrong form, you actually will get into trouble. And those are things, and by the time you let me say, by the time they take it up with you, and then you're asked, what certifications do you have? So there's no particular one to have. They just want to know that you have enough knowledge. And for your own good, have enough knowledge. Learn as much as you can. So yeah, there's no particular one to have. There's so many certifications. But in America, they have particular ones you must have. In the UK, they have particular ones you must have. But here in Nigeria, there's one that, I know there's one that, there's a general fitness, whatever. I think there's something they have. But then I took the course. And it's, trust me, so if you're going to do fit, I would advise, personally, is to do the ACE or take one international course. Because they really break it down. You do beyond just, fitness is a wide industry. So it's not just physical. You have to think about, there's the mental part, there's the nutritional part. So if you're going to go into the business, I would advise, go around. Just learn as much as you can, understand as much as you can, train yourself as much as you can, so that you're not experimenting with people. You've done all the experimentation with yourself. So I think, yeah.
Wonderful. What about you, Dan?
Let me buttress on that point. I'll also say, if you don't need a certificate to open a business, but the trainers in which you employ to work for you will definitely have a certificate. Why? Because they are the ones that are going to interact with the clients. They are the closest people to the client. So if a client comes into the gym and finds out that the trainer not certified training me, the client will not be happy about that. So the trainer should be able to be certified to train a client. Now, I said it is not necessary for someone to have a certificate to open a business, but it is also necessary. For example, I own a business and I bring in trainers to work for me, and trainers are certified. So that means they know what they are doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. So for me to know, for me to checkmate what they're doing, I need to be certified.
Wonderful.
I need to know what I am doing in this business, so that I can be able to checkmate what they're doing. Is it right or wrong?
That's a brilliant point.
Yeah, but it depends on, it's a business. So you're not saying, what does it take to become a personal trainer? What does it take to become a fitness trainer? That's a different thing. So it's like saying, I want to go into a business, right? And I'm trying to think of something. I do other businesses. So I don't necessarily know everything that attains to those businesses, but I can get someone to run that for me. Do you get what I'm saying? I can get someone to run that.
That's why
in Nigeria,
it's not necessary.
Yeah, but in Nigeria, she said, what do you need to start? Like, is that not what you said? So if you're going to go into the business, you don't necessarily need a certification. That's why I said that if you're getting clients, or if you're going to be the one doing it, yes, a certification is needed, but it's not a necessary. Do you get what I'm saying? You can go to, what's the company that registers businesses here? You go there, they're not going to ask you for they actually didn't ask for a fitness certificate, and I own a fitness business registered. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a requirement to start, but it's advisory.
I see, yeah. That's why I said it's also good.
Because I thought you made, a lot of sense. Because it makes sense for you as a business owner to know the basics of what your business is about. So if there's like a beginner's course in fitness training, you should probably be taking that so that you know that, oh, this is what a mountain climber looks like after all. So, but I love it. I love that. I was like, yes, go at it. Have a go. All right, okay. We still have a lot to discuss. We have to discuss structure in the industry, finance. We have to discuss what the government can do, and we have to also discuss what we can do, or what you guys can do as people in the industry, as stakeholders in that industry. Because you were saying that you took a Nigerian business course and it was not up to par with the international ones. But we'll come back to that, in a short while. We have to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
So we're talking about doing like a Fit Nigeria football league. We bring in professionals to come train people, fitness.
How to succeed in the industry. 1. Get certified as a personal trainer.
2. Acquire industry-specific business training. 3. Build a fitness community. 4. Strategically develop your service offerings. 5. Have a marketing strategy.
This is still up and about, and we are focusing on the fitness industry today. We have Olanrewaju Diali to put us through, as well as Daniel Bassey. Okay, so guys, how have you been able to put structure to your own business? What does structure look like for you?
Now, for the structures, because in my own business, the structure we've actually put in place for the clients and for the staffs, even for the business itself. So for the business itself, the structure we've put in place for the monetary part. So we have like online payments, we have the automated renewal, and also so there are people in the business that actually takes, they call them the audits. So we have a weekly and daily audit. So that actually helps us.
Of the finances or audits of the exercise?
Of the finances,
okay.
of the finance in the business. Okay. So that actually helps us to know what we are doing in the business. That actually gives us the insight of what we're doing. Are we making profit or making loss?
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to write on what he said. My business didn't actually start out structured. It was more like a clients pay, I go train them, and at the end of the month, I see how far they've gone and back and forth. But recently, I had to build structure around my business, and I shared that with you. So what we have now, we have the monthly payments. We're building a community actually, and the community is run by some other person. So that person comes back at the end of the month and gives me an update. Somebody else is handling the finances. I have other trainers. I have a nutritionist. I have a dietitian working with me. I have a medical doctor working with me. So for me right now, building structure has been creating my business in such a way that it's not 100% dependent on me. I don't have to go train my clients all the time. That was quite tiring. So I have other trainers training my clients. Now we train people online.
Wonderful.
And we have different communities, and
Okay.
Yes.
So what can you do as a business, as in the fitness industry, to make sure that there is training available for other people, other Nigerians who do not have access to international education? So you mentioned that you had, enrolled in a Nigerian fitness course, and it wasn't at par with the international course that you had taken earlier. So what do you have any plans in the works to probably do like a fitness academy to make sure that to ensure the growth of the industry, so that it's not only just word of mouth fitness trainer, but a fitness trainer who is actually not only skilled but actually professionally trained in the business of fitness training?
Yeah, in my business, we are thinking of doing that sometime, but due to this COVID-19 and everything, it's actually debarred us from doing most of the things. So we're thinking on organizing like because my business Fit Nigeria. So we're thinking of doing like a Fit Nigeria football league. So it's we bringing professionals to come train people fitness, but train them on the basis of a fitness that links with a client. Yeah, so we look for clients, not only clients, going to schools to get pupils or students from different schools and enrolling them for that league.
Okay.
So it's like a free league. Let me call it free. It's a league that they are going to pay, then register. So it has gone beyond being a fitness of a thing, but it's not going into sports generally.
Wonderful. That's good. What about you, Larry?
Well, for me, I hope to take a course next year. Actually looking forward to doing that. And I think because when I wanted to start out here, and I registered at the other place. There was another certification that I read about, and I was already just discouraged from the first place, and I just decided to go and take the international courses. But I'm really looking forward to actually going to school professionally. It's a bodybuilding university. It's actually like a 3 years course where you actually go in to train, and they teach you through every stage of fitness. And I'm hoping that by the time I'm done with that and I come back, I could actually have something running like that. Because when I first reached out to a few trainers here that I had seen, they didn't have. The thing is, there are people that actually know these things. There are people that have taken international courses also. But then I don't know if there's the lack of willingness to share. There's a lack of willingness to have proteges in the industry. People that, you can say, oh yeah, that's a sister company.
Exactly.
So that's something that we don't have. And even though I would really like to start that now, I feel like there is more to become as a fitness trainer. I feel like there's still so much more to become. So I don't want to start. Maybe it's a problem for me, but I don't like starting things haphazardly. I feel like I want to, take the time. The Fit Nigeria has probably been in business way longer than I have been. Been in business for just 2 years. So I feel like I want to know so much that by the time I come back, it's an industry that can be open. Just that there's too many trainers here in Nigeria that are training people and they don't know anything. I've encountered quite a few wrong form, wrong diet plans, wrong exercises, and so I'm really looking forward to doing that. Hopefully 2020, this is 2026, yeah, actually, I really would go big on that. I really look forward to it, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wow, thank you so much. And I totally agree with, you by yourself also getting the knowledge that you would require to teach others. So I think that's very important. A teacher was once a student. That is one fact of life. And so I think if you're out there watching and you really just want to just enter the industry, there's a time for everything, and I think that this is the time to acquire the knowledge that will make sure that you actually succeed when you eventually start that business. That's all the questions for today. But before we go, we're going to play a quick game. Do you like games?
No.
How can you not like games?
Depends on the kind of game.
It's a fitness game.
Okay.
It's a word fitness game. So they play Taboo.
I just do.
What's taboo?
Taboo is a word game. So it's like charades, but it's with words. So I'm going to describe the word to you, and the person who gets it gets the mark. So we have 3 cards. So it's 2. If you get 2, you're obviously going to be the winner. Or if you get 3. So are you ready? So I've specifically picked. You guys are so you're listening with rapt attention. I've specifically picked fitness related words. So are you ready? Are you ready?
Good.
So for the first one, if you have a group of people who want to lose weight, but they don't want to do it in a boring manner, what kind of exercise can you give them?
Dance.
Correct.
Oh my god!
Is that a Zumba?
Well, Zumba is dance.
Zumba is dance, but you should have said the generic name. Alright, this is the second one.
Okay.
Are you ready, Larry? Don't feel me. Alright, so if you, at the beginning of the year, you make a resolution to live, do you want to guess?
Goals.
To live good, so you have to change your what, guys?
A diet.
In order to live a
Healthy life.
I said the word, but the answer is healthy. So one more. The tiebreaker.
What?
The
So-
tiebreaker.
Okay.
One more. The tiebreaker. Are you ready? So, this exercise. This is a kind of exercise. It's like running on the floor.
Mountain.
Correct. The first word.
Mountain. Okay.
Correct. Larry.
I just want to know.
I mean, it's like 1.5.
1.5.
Okay.
So you guys
It's a
both
tie.
won.
Okay.
Yeah, we both won. Thank God.
Congratulations. You guys seem excited. Thank you so much for all your excitement. It's like
Thank you.
that was amazing. But thank you so much guys for coming on the show today. I really appreciate.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to seeing you guys actually become strong stakeholders in the industry and to actually pursue the development of the fitness industry in Nigeria, and not only in Nigeria but in Africa. All right, remember that you should tell all your friends that Up and About is the show to watch on everything entrepreneurship. Stay amazing.